Well, thank you for coming on the red carpet round table.
Course.
Can you let everybody know a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, so my name is Sage. I go by Young Sage. I do a plethora of things, but amongst those things, I'm a musician. I set a Guinness World Record for winning the most music competitions around the US. So that was one of my biggest feats. I'm an actor. I'm a Power Rangers actor and creator. Um, let's see, I do tattoos. I am a chef, MMA fighter, football player. I do a lot. I do a lot.
Wow. So let's dig into everybody may be curious who may not know you. What
Mhm.
year were you on the Guinness World Record book
Uh, 2021. Yeah,
and did you ever
2021.
thought you would see yourself making
Nah,
that record?
nah. Honestly, I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool. So yeah, it was definitely dope. And then right after that, I think in 2024, my song actually charted on number 4 on Top 100 Billboard on Genius.com. They actually sent me a plaque for it. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing. Congratulations.
I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. That's when I knew I was doing something. You know what I mean?
And
Um,
that to me is so much encouragement to all the young actors and actresses out there in music, who want to be in the music industry. It's like, don't give up the
yes.
passion because you never know what could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you really
And
don't.
so, congratulations again, being on
Thank
the
you.
Genesis World Record book. I mean, that's a big deal because that's
Yeah.
going to be in there for a long time.
Mhm.
And then you said you're an MMA fighter and you're an actor. I'm curious, what made you get into acting and singing and then becoming a MMA fighter? So either way you want to go, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So since I was a kid, I've always been very like optimistic. I always want to do things, you know what I mean? I like to be outside, I like to play, I like to learn stuff, you know. So since I was a kid, my whole family sings. They all do music. So it kind of runs in the blood a little bit, you know what I mean? But then it really hit hard because like my uncles, I have 5 uncles that basically raised me. Before they passed away, I promised I would do something big for the family. You know what I mean? I would make something of myself. And then the acting and Power Rangers stuff kind of like went into each other because I've always wanted to be a Red Ranger. Whole dream, whole life, I've always wanted to be a Power Ranger actor. So then I figured, why not make my own Ranger team? You know what I mean? This was something that me and my two brothers, Walter and Armani, we've always wanted to do our whole lives. Walter always wanted to be the Black Ranger. Armani always wanted to be blue. I always wanted to be red. So then last year I created Mythos Force, which is my Ranger team. I put it out to the world. I woke up to 15 million views across everything, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, this is getting serious. So that was really big for us. And then unfortunately, my brother Walter was murdered last year. So that kind of, it hit pretty hard. I stopped doing content and stuff for a while, but then I realized I can't fail him twice. So I have to make this Mythos Force thing really come to fruition. I have to just keep pushing for him, because I know that's what he'd want.
Hmm.
And then I took my acting career very seriously after that. I started, looking for extra stuff, background stuff, calling people, hey, where can I do this, this, and this? And I've slowly started to, come up more and more. I met my best friend Dre. Shout out to Dre. Yeah, he's actually the Evil Ranger for my series. And we literally started at the same time. As soon as I moved out here to Arizona, we started the same time and we've been just doing stuff all over
Hmm.
the place, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's here we are 6 months later.
Well, I'm so sorry about your brother.
Yeah.
My condolence goes to you and your family.
Hmm.
And number two is you said you moved to Arizona. So
Mhm.
just a curiosity, are you originally from, and what
So,
made you move to out of all the states, especially you're so close to California, but what made you move to Arizona?
I'm originally from Texas. That's my home.
Okay.
But I came from Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a swirling whirlpool of nothingness and sadness. Don't go there. especially for, the indigenous and black folks and minorities. They don't really like us there. So, I had to come somewhere there's more diversity. The problem with Wisconsin is when people see you doing good or doing better than them, they'll hate on you for it and they'll do whatever they can to stop you from doing it. So you stoop to their level. I can't be around that. My whole life, my family has taught me you are who you hang around. So I figured why not come somewhere where there's more diversity. My big brother Brandon, he lives out here, and we've been in talk. She used to be in Wisconsin, and he was like, "Hey, you should come down here, be closer to me." And I'm like, you know what? All right, so I could also be closer to LA without having to be in LA. You know what I mean? Because it's expensive out there. So
It's expensive in LA.
yeah,
You're
what I'm
not.
saying? I'm like, I don't know about that one. So yeah, then I was like, you know what? Let me come here, and so far it's been pretty nice. It has its ups and downs. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here now.
And you're making friends because thanks to, I'm so bad at her name, but we got connected with her.
Maryland,
Marilyn.
Maryland. Yep,
Shout out
yep,
to Marilyn.
yep.
She's absolutely amazing. I love her. She's a
Oh yeah,
great person.
he's
And
awesome.
being in the film industry is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
And you get to meet all the people and all the actors on set and make friends in the film industry. And so now you do MMA fighting as well. So,
yeah. So I've been fighting since I was 13.
hmm
I've pretty much fought my whole life, and then when I turned 18, 19, I ended up joining the Anthony Pettis gym in back in Wisconsin. And then yeah, I started doing my tournaments and stuff like that. It was super dope. So yeah, fighting and like fight choreo, stunt stuff, you know
hmm
what I mean? Doing flips and stuff like that. I've done that pretty much my whole life, but now I can
Wow,
do it professionally.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now I want to
So,
get back into your Power Ranger. You
mhm.
said you do an episode or is it a podcast, if you mind me?
Oh, so it's a show.
Okay,
So
thank
I'm
you.
sure
I'm sorry.
you've seen Power Rangers, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Right. So I created my own team and decided to put it out to the world. And actually, Hasbro themselves have reached out to a friend of mine to talk to me to tell me to make a pilot episode. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now to make a pilot to pitch to them so they can make it a canon universe.
That's amazing. And where
Yeah.
can people watch it? Is it on YouTube? Is it on the streaming
Yep.
platform?
So it'll definitely be on YouTube, definitely be on Tubi. We're working on Amazon Prime. We're talking to someone from Netflix right now, and I have a friend trying to get it to Nickelodeon. So that'll be
That's
dope.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's so
Thank you.
awesome. That's so
Yes.
awesome. As yourself being in the film industry, what is the most challenging aspect of being an actor in the film industry? I know we have auditions, and auditions is tough, but what is one lesson that you learned that you did not expect in the film industry?
So to keep it a buck 50, so I'm a very, like I said, I'm always ready. You know what I mean? So auditions never been for me. Those are the easy part. I have noticed when I was talking about the ups and downs of Arizona, one of the downs I have unfortunately noticed is people out here are very cliquey. If you're not already in it, you're pretty much just out of there until something happens for you to get in it. You know what I mean? I had also been denied a couple roles because of my skin color twice, so that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it seems like it's a little bit more difficult for folks of my color to really get a lot of roles out here.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, about 98% of the ones that I've tried auditioning for, uh, they don't have any roles for people like me. I have seen a couple, like John, I forgot his last name, and like Mariah, they've done a lot of things out here too. But it's like a little fish to a big pond, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get to know people, I'm trying to talk to more people like, hey, I do this, I'd love to work with you, blah blah blah. I've just like I said, I've noticed that if they don't know you and already know you, they're not very prone to talking to you, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
or being cool or cordial, stuff like that. Um, and I give off a very like extrovert energy. So I'm always excited, like, yo, I do this and this. Hey, we should do this. You know what I mean? I want to work with cool people. But I've realized that's a lot for people out here. Like they'll take your good energy and good vibes as like too much. So I have to kind of change myself a little to talk to people. Which is kind of unfortunate, but that comes with the territory of being in a
Hmm.
different area. So,
You know, the one thing I would say, being in the film industry, I think, no, I don't want to say I think, it's this fact, and I could be wrong, but a lot of actors, beginners, have a hard time with auditions,
okay.
because you get a lot of no's before you get that yes.
Yeah.
And it's challenging because a lot of people think, oh, we get in the film industry and you're bam, you get like a big reward and you get a big film set. But in
Right.
reality, it's not. It's just it's just and and I wish personally me, I say this every time I have a guest, is that I wish a lot of people, a lot of audience in the United States, A list, B list, when they watch a TV show or film, that they realize how hard is it for these actors to be on set, but they can't forget about behind the scenes, because if you don't have a
Right.
camera, if you don't have a lights, you don't have all, wardrobe and all this stuff, then the film or the TV show cannot be made. And
Yeah.
a lot of people need to realize is like, let's give credit, because they don't think, wait, actors have to do audition? What? And people don't realize that. They think
Yeah.
that you may get the role and they're like, oh, he didn't have to do his, he didn't audition. What? Think that to me, I just, for me personally, I wish a lot of people would talk more about auditions, the challenging,
Yeah.
fun part about auditions is like that to me is like the audience, the fan base would understand. 'Cause when we
Yeah.
go to movies, you know, we may say, "Wow, that was so cool to watch." I'm just gonna name whatever, I don't know, one movie. But you're,
Spider-Man.
yeah, thank you. And people are like, "Yeah, that's so cool," but people don't realize stunts. How many times they have to say action and cut, and a lot of people don't give credit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That to me is my big pop E or big point of the film industry and TV show industry that people I wish would understand the most, me personally. So I just had
Nice.
to say that. And I always say it.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, yeah. Like auditions, I feel like they're fun. You know what I mean? Because it gives you the opportunity to play as someone else. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And like kind of see stuff from their world. So like I've never shied away from auditions. I love auditions. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Um,
first time I heard someone say they love it.
no, yeah, because I like to be able to play a different character. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you mind me asking, what's the most funniest, embarrassing audition you ever done?
Embarrassing. Hmm. I haven't had any embarrassing ones, but I did have a funny one.
Okay.
Where it was like this dude, it was called I forgot the name of it, but it was like for like a high movie. It was like a 420 movie. And the dude was like explaining to his girlfriend why he took the stash money to go get some weed, but ended up getting magic beans instead, or something like that. I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. And he was blazed while I'm doing it. It's just like, see what happened. And then like I got the money and I had the money and then I gave it to him, but then he looked like he had like, more. And then like I gave it to him and then I got these beans and then now I'm back. And it was just all over the place. It was just random. I was like, yo, that was really fun. So yeah, no embarrassing ones, but I've had some funny ones. That was my favorite so
That's
far.
yeah, that's funny. That's so funny. And a lot of people don't realize we get to be a child or a teenager when we're
Yeah.
doing these acting.
Mhm.
That's the one thing, So, I want to talk about any upcoming projects that you can talk about, if that you're allowed to talk about, that except the ones that you signed a DNA and all that stuff, but any
Yeah.
upcoming projects. India,
NDA.
I'm
He said
sorry. I'm
DNA.
so thank you.
I'm like, you signed DNA? Holy wow, that's crazy.
No, NDA, thank you.
Um,
See, if you
but
didn't correct me, then people will be like, "What?"
how did you
So,
sign someone's DNA?
yeah,
That's
sorry.
interesting. No, but so
NDA,
really
thank you.
the main one really is just my like I said, my Mythos Force project. We're shooting that in May. We've been preparing for that since last year, trying to get stuff off the ground. Oh, it's been hell and hot water. I tell you what, man. I didn't know how much goes into making your own film. I did not know. It is crazy. It takes lots of money, lots of time, lots of resources, lots of venues. But
Right.
around May, we will be shooting that. So I'm very excited for that. It's been a long way coming. I do have a couple other little films that I'm doing for other people, but that's the big one.
Well, I'm so happy. Congratulations. So proud of you.
Thanks. Appreciate
And
it, man.
everything that you're doing, I'm so happy. So,
Appreciate it. I'm trying, man.
what is the most um best advice you ever received or heard
In the acting world or in general?
in acting world?
Um, Best advice I've been given. Put yourself out there. Nobody's going to know who you are and what you do unless you tell them. You know what I mean? A lot of people are afraid to introduce themselves. Oh, my name's Joseph. I do this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are afraid to do that. But I notice in the acting world, especially if you want to get into more films out here, you have to introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell people, hey, I'm a stunt choreographer. Hey, I'm a fight choreographer. Hey, I do method acting. You know what I mean? So, because then in their brain, they could be looking for a fight choreographer and just not know any, and they meet you. Hey, I do fight choreography, and you're like, hey, wait, I kind of need you for something. You know what I mean? So I've had that a couple times where people are like, I didn't know you acted, but I needed somebody that was a big buff black dude, and I was like, all right, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely in the acting world. Introduce yourself. Closed mouths do not get fed. Make sure
Amen. And the one thing I want
yeah,
to say real quick is Instagram is the key. Follow fellow actors in other states.
yep. Yep, it is. I met a lot of really big and cool people in the acting world just off of Instagram alone. It was unfortunate. I had 125,000 followers and I was verified on Instagram, got deleted. Oh, so bad. But we're coming back. We're coming back. But yeah, there's a lot of people you can meet over Instagram, and like just by commenting on their stuff every once in a while, you start to build
Yeah,
a little connection with them. For instance, my boy Tony, he does my fight choreo sounds. Shout out to my boy Tony. He does insane work. He is the GOAT. He does a lot of sounds for like the really big movies, with like Jet Li and Jackie Chan and
that's so
Tony
cool.
Jaa, Blade, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
awesome dude. Never would have met him if I never would have seen him on Instagram and hit him up. You know what I mean? My boy Kevin, he does my effects for my Power Rangers. Shout out to Kevin. He is so freaking dope. His work is crazy. Dog, his work is absolutely insane. And like I said, met him over Instagram too. Super down to earth guy. It's you meet some good people on Instagram, man. That's no joke, for real.
That's so true.
Um,
You meet so many amazing people through Instagram, friends and
mhm.
connections, all that
Facts.
stuff through Instagram. So
Hmm.
amazing. Well, congratulations, everything you're doing. I'm
Thank you.
so proud of you. And I can't wait to hear more projects you're doing and, have you talk more about your upcoming projects you're going to do and everything else that you're going to do in this career.
Thanks, man. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff, and there's a lot to be done still. But when it happens, oh boy, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be so excited, Joe. Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Well, congratulations. Where
I
can people
appreciate
find
it.
you on social media?
Instagram is young sage underscore Mythos Force. TikTok is just Mythos Force. YouTube, I have two. One's young sage, one is Mythos Force. Yeah, just those.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you again for coming on. Don't want to keep you
Hmm,
too long, but thank you
that's all
again.
right.
And I would love to have you back.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes, so please, let's stay connected. And I would love to have you back and talking more about your Power Ranger show, about your acting career,
Bet,
and all that stuff. So thank you
bet.
again.
I appreciate you, gang. Thank you for having me.
I love the support. So let's continue supporting each other. It doesn't matter where we're living. We're all in this together. We're a family,
Thanks.
and that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think, I'm going to say this real quick. A lot of people think that when we're in the entertainment industry, we're competing against each other.
Right.
No, we're a family. We support each other. We love each other. We're a family. We're brothers and sisters. wherever we are, we want to cheer each other on. So, my
Facts.
friend, my brother friend, you're always welcome back on my show. You have my
Bet.
support, and I can't wait
Thanks,
to have you
man.
back.
Bet. I appreciate you a lot, man. And let me know if you need anything, baby. I got you.
Oh, and if you know any actors,
Oh
please send them
yeah.
my way.
Oh, beautiful. I got a couple in mind already,
I'm also
actually.
trying to grow my Instagram like you were. So,
Of course. Actually, if you want, I could have some of my Rangers from my series do some interviews
yes,
with you if
please
you'd
do
like.
and send me more. Send me more.
Okay, bet. I have 16 Rangers in total, so there's a lot for you right there.
Yes, and any more actors that you know, send them more my way.
I got you. I'll
And you're
be
always
you'll see
welcome
a
back on my show. Don't forget you.
bet. I got you. You'll see some
Okay.
emails from me.
All right.
Well,
Thank you again. I
bet.
look forward to talking to you again soon.
Bet. Thanks, man. I
All right. You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.